love that she had for her daughter and what she saw in her, what we see in the kids that we have here at the Children's Center. Thousands and thousands of kids with special needs have gotten treatment and support and services, and families have as well over the years. So thank you to Priscilla. She did an amazing thing for this community. I want to talk to you about the children that come to the Children's Center. We have a number of programs to provide services to kids with a myriad of special needs. One of those programs is our autism program. It's one of our biggest programs. We provide services, treatment, supports to kids with autism at all of our sites. And as many of you know, kids with autism, they're on the spectrum. There is a level of symptoms that they have that can be very different. But in general, there are significant delays with kids with autism on many different levels as well. And kids often have sensory processing issues that have autism. So it's a challenge to set up an environment, discover who they are, to help draw them out into our world so that they connect with us and they communicate with us, and we can learn together. Our fastest growing program, unfortunately, and now the program that has the most children in it, is a program that we call our behavioral support program. And those are kids that are referred to us with mental health diagnoses. And they have those diagnoses because of their environment. They're not born with any kind of organic issue. They are physically abused, sexually abused, neglected, abandoned, and developmentally, when those things happen to children, it does a lot of damage. And those kids come to us almost always because they have aggressive behaviors. Under that aggression is a lot of those are kids that are referred to us with mental health diagnoses, and they have those diagnoses because of their environment. They're not born with any kind of organic issues. They are physically abused, sexually abused, neglected, abandoned, and developmentally, when those things happen to children, it does a lot of damage. And those kids come to us almost always because emotion and a lot of things that need to be processed and a lot of learning that needs to happen around how do I express my emotions in a healthy way, and how do I behave or act in a way that wants other people to be around me, allow me to make friends, etc. Then we have another category of kids that are, we can call them kids with more global delays. So those would be kids that would maybe have cerebral palsy or Down syndrome or neurological disorder, for example. The diagnoses that present significant delays as symptoms of that diagnosis. So we have a little bit of everything that comes through our doors, but at the same time, we focus on that individual child because, as I said, every child is different in so many ways. So it might have a label, our programs might have a label, but they are all little individuals, and we all work with them on a one-to-one basis as little individuals. So you've heard a little bit about the type of kids that come to the children's centers. Now let me tell you a little bit about what we do with them. We have three categories of services that we provide. All of them are evidence-based, meaning there's no treatment, there's no interactions, there's no interventions that we do with children that are not tied to a research to practice to evidence-based model. And that's important. So let me talk about the three categories. We have center-based services, we have outpatient services, and we have community-based services. Center-based services are services where kids come to our sites and spend half a day, whole day, all week, all day, in some cases with us. And we have center-based services for kids with autism. You've heard a little bit about the type of kids that come to the children's centers. Now let me tell you a little bit about what we do with them. We have three categories of services that we provide. All of them are evidence-based, meaning there's no treatment, there's no interactions, there's no interventions that we do with children that are not tied to a research to practice to evidence-based model. And that's important. So let me talk about the three categories. We have center-based services, we have outpatient services, and we have community-based services. Center-based services are services where kids come to our sites and spend half a day, whole day, all week, all day, in some cases with us. And we have center-based services for kids with autism. Our autism program, as I said, is in every one of our sites. It's based on applied behavioral analysis principles, and it is widely recognized as being excellent at what we do in terms of the ABA components. So we're very proud of that program. A second center-based program that we have is for those kids that come to us with a mental health diagnosis. And as you might imagine, those children that have been abused, neglected the way that I've described, those kids do not trust adults. It's very difficult for them oftentimes to make emotional attachments to adults and to people around them. And when they do take one step forward in terms of an emotional connection, they oftentimes will take two steps back very quickly and act out because they are afraid. They're afraid of trusting other people, and they are afraid that the world is not a safe place. For kids with more global delays, we have center-based services for those kids as well. We also have outpatient services that are available for many of those kids with global delays. That's where they get much of the therapies that they need. Speech therapy is one that is an outpatient service. Occupational therapy is another. Physical therapy oftentimes is part of a treatment plan here, and if it's needed, then we make sure that those kids get physical therapy. So it's important to know that we are one of only 2 places, the other's in the southern part of the state, that provides all of those services under one roof, which is an enormous benefit, both from a treatment perspective, that all of our professionals are working together on a treatment plan that is integrated with all of the disciplines, and they're all talking with one another, oftentimes on a daily basis, around the progress or lack of progress, or what is the data showing us in terms of how to move forward. So it's a model we're very proud of, and it works very well based on the outcomes that we're seeing with our kids.
Hey everybody, my name's Sam Shane. I am a local musician. I play with the band The Scolded Dogs. I am happy to be with you tonight on behalf of the Children's Center as you guys enjoy some tasty state lunch, listen to some tunes, and hopefully give generously to this wonderful program that is such a incredible asset to our community. So let's get right to it. I'm going to play a few tunes here, talk a little bit about the Children's Center in between. Thank you so much for being here today. All right.
That I've been missing. Give me the taste, give me the joy of summer wine. These are the days that bring new meaning. I feel the stillness of the sun and I feel fine. Sometimes when the nights are closing early, I remember you and I start to smile. Even though now you don't want to know me, I get on by and I go the extra mile. These are the times of love and meaning. House of a heart built it away and I found the light. Days of endless dreaming, all troubles of life melted away like a butterfly. I thought you said a love would last forever, believing that the tears would end for good. You told me that we'd get through any weather, or maybe that didn't work out. The best we could. times when the nights are closing early, I remember you and I start to smile. Even though now you don't wanna know me, I get 'em by, and I go the extra mile. These are the days that I've been missing. Give me the taste, give me the joy, summer wine. These are the days of endless dreaming. I feel the stillness of the sun, and I feel fine.
All right, thank you. That's a Jamie Cullum tune, one of my favorite songs to play. So yeah, the Children's Center. Me and the Scolded Dogs and the Children's Center have partnered on a lot of cool stuff over the years. It's the Children's Center is just such a wonderful place because the staff is incredible. We know that they are serving just such a wide variety of kids right when they're young and developing and really coming into their own. It's just such an important thing for a community to have something that's going to foster the youth like that. So it always brings me great joy to partner with these guys because I know they're doing such wonderful things there. My wife actually works there, is how that kind of got started. So, of course, we
Hello. Can you hear me? Trav. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You're muted.
Hello? Hello? I should be able to hear you now.
How's it going?
I got it's good. I'm just figuring out a couple things.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Me both.
I'm trying to see if I turn off the video, how this works.
Can you hear me?
I can. Oh, sorry. I'm listening to the playback of it
Yeah.
online.
Can you hear me? Hi. You're muted.
I was muted. You're right. Hello? Hello? I should be able to hear you now.
Are you? Yeah, that's just the playback still, right?
Hold on. I got it. It's good. I'm just figuring out a couple things.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Me both.
I'm trying to see if I turn off the video, how this works.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, I'm listening to the playback of it online.
You're muted.